What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and then leave down in the comments what your thoughts are. So today we're going to be talking about 3 of the biggest myths and misconceptions surrounding the quarterback position. All right, so getting right into it, the first one, probably one of my biggest pet peeves of all time: get the ball up, hold it up by your ear, get it top shelf. You've heard all these terms before. Guys, let me put it to you this way. You go find me one current NFL starting quarterback. Really, you could even look back historically, but you go find me one starting NFL quarterback in the league today who holds the ball up by their ear. I will change my coaching philosophy today. Oh wait, there isn't one. Why do we teach these things? Why do we teach things that we don't see executed at the highest level? All right, I don't understand it, but here's the deal. When you're looking at ball carriage, this is ineffective, it's weak, it's like you're a shot putter. You're not throwing the ball, you're simply pushing the ball, all right? So that is the biggest thing. A proper ball carriage should be right here. What I teach my guys is to drop their hands at their hip, just down at their hip level a little bit. Just drop it naturally, okay? You're just going to bring your hands together, and the ball should be right off the sternum, okay, which is like the center of the chest. And then whether you're a righty or a lefty, it'll be a little bit right if you're a righty, maybe a little bit left if you're a lefty, but pretty much right here. It's a good, comfortable position. And if you'll notice, every single starting quarterback, more or less, is right here. They may be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but there is not an NFL quarterback out there or a high-level college player out there that is holding the ball up here. It's ineffective, it's not strong and powerful, and it just is not used at the highest levels. One of the biggest things you want to remember, if you don't see things that you're getting taught or that you're doing executed by those who are at the highest level of your profession or your game, you need to seriously assess whether it may be the right or wrong way to do things, all right? So that's number one, ball carriage. This thing, no, big time. All right, the next thing is going to be quarterbacks. You shouldn't tap the ball because the defender can jump on it and pick it off, all right? Let me demonstrate for you. Okay, so I'm right here, receiver breaks open. So hut, throw, okay? I'm right here, receiver breaks open. Throw. Did you notice the difference in timing there? I didn't either. Defenders cannot jump on that tap, all right? It's a myth, it's a misconception, and it's, I think, an excuse for people to either try and overcoach and just find something to coach when there's really not anything there. And it's been something that has been worked its way into the quarterback space for so long that now it is common thought process, and it's just not true. Guys, if you tap the ball, that is a good thing. Now, if you don't tap the ball, it doesn't mean you have to tap the ball. But what it means is, if you tap the ball, that's part of your rhythm. That's part of your throwing mechanics, your throwing motion. Don't mess with that. Guess what? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all these guys at the very top of the league, again, like I said a minute ago, they tap the ball. So I'm very hard-pressed to believe that a guy who has won 7 Super Bowl rings, and he does this every single time he drops back to throw. I'm hard-pressed to believe that the GOAT does something and that the high school or college athletes that you're playing against, when he's going against the best in the world, they can't pick it off. I'm hard-pressed to believe that the athletes that you're playing at your level have the reaction time to make a play on that ball. It's just not real. It's just not true. And it's just something that, again, it's something that's worked its way into the game because we find different things to coach when there's not anything there to correct. So right here is the exact same as right here. There's no time difference. You don't have to tap the ball. If you don't tap the ball, it doesn't mean you have to start. But if you do tap the ball, that is not a bad thing. Defenders cannot jump on it. There is not a difference in your release. It actually helps your rhythm. If you're a guy who taps the ball, that's part of your rhythm. I know for me personally, I tap the ball when I throw, and when I've tried in the past not to tap the ball, it messes with my rhythm, and I'm not as fluid. So tapping the ball, big myth. Defenders can't jump on it. It's not true. If you tap the ball, keep going on, do your thing. All right, and the last thing is, this one's not necessarily wrong, but I do think it needs to be addressed. Quarterback should always move back foot first when in the pocket, moving laterally. So you've heard this before. Quarterbacks, all right, step with your back foot. Now, I used to teach this. This is the previous 2 things I've never taught before because I've always believed in the opposite of what most people think on that. But on this one right here, I used to teach this. If you're right here, you always step with your back foot first. Now the reason that I don't teach that, but I don't discourage it either. I don't really care. I don't have a preference. I just don't believe in making sure that everybody is doing this, because it's not about everybody doing the exact same thing. It's about what's comfortable for you, what's fluid for you, and how you can get quickly off platform and back on platform. So when you're moving through the pocket, think about it this way. if a car's coming at you and you're in the middle of the road, are you going to think about which foot you need to move with to get out of the way of the car? No, of course not. You're just going to move. That might be with the back foot, and it's fine. If guys move with their back foot, I don't care. I'm not telling them not to move with their back foot. But what I am saying is that's not the only way to do it. And again, you look at the top levels, which is kind of where I pull a lot of my coaching points from, and whether I think something holds water or not, I see so many NFL quarterbacks, especially what we would call the modern quarterback, the younger guys coming up, the Josh Allens, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herberts, all these guys. They move with their front foot a lot. Now, they move with their back foot too, and that's fine, but they move with their front foot a lot. So, again, I'm hard-pressed to say that, hey, you should never, ever do this when I see Patrick Mahomes, possibly the most electrifying player in the NFL today, doing it on a regular basis. I'm very hard-pressed to coach that and to demand that my players move back foot first when, again, at the top levels, I'm not seeing that consistently. So if you move with your back foot first, that's totally cool. I have nothing against that whatsoever. But what I do want is for you to be automatic. I don't want you to be thinking about what foot you have to move with. I want you to just move, get set up quickly, and make the throw. All right, guys? So those are the three of the biggest misconceptions and myths surrounding the quarterback position. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Are these things that you do or don't do that you have had questions about? Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe to this video for more content like this. Like it up. Leave us our thoughts in the comments, and we'll